So the Apple Watch actually, they started off on a real emotional note, and I thought you might like this though because
Oh, kind of.
um you'll see.
Dear Mr. Cook,
Dear Apple.
Dear Tim.
To tcook at apple.com.
hey, how you doing?
Hi!
Hey, good morning.
Nice to meet you. Okay, hello.
So, the run began as usual.
I was 32 weeks pregnant, getting ready to go to bed.
The next morning I'd have notifications on my watch and my phone saying,
Your heart rate is elevated. And I was like, huh.
huh, that's strange.
And I run my EKG and it says 220 beats. And I'm like,
Something's not right. I told my husband, like, we need to go. He was like, well, I'm in the middle of cutting grass. I'm like, we need to go.
And then suddenly I woke up to EMTs.
Oh, this is my husband, Kyle.
Hey.
He's going out to cut the grass.
When I fell, it automatically called 911 and then it calls my wife. When I think about what happened and what could have happened,
Once we got to the hospital, they realized it was some sort of infection. My heart rate was spiking and it was causing the baby's heart rate to get lower and lower. So, emergency C-section, and she was born.
Had I not had surgery, it estimated that I would have had a heart attack within less than 12 months.
I mean, like, I have goosebumps. I don't know if you can see them through, like, the camera. It's crazy.
It's not something you think of, your watch
Ugh.
saving your life.
Can you wave hi?
Just for that last
You're
one,
right,
for
that
anybody
was good.
listening, it was a guy using sign language, saying that the watch notifies him when his son gets
Wakes
up
up.
and starts crying and things like that, and he's not able to hear it.
That was a nice one. That showing how the watch has been helpful for people. I like that.
Yeah, and they actually talked about their health research, where they did a heart study to help make sure that the device is able to detect irregular heart rates and things like that. They did this whole big study, and there's actually going to be more studies that they're going to be using through the Apple Research app. And so if you have Apple devices and you want to participate, they have an Apple hearing study that they're going to be working with. And they're also they're partnering all these studies with like universities and health organizations to make sure that they do, they get the data and they
That
do
is
really
nice.
good.
That's really good.
There's going to be a women's health study when it comes to their cycles. And then there's also going to be another heart and movement study that they're going to be working on. So I thought, like, that's really cool. You being able to crowdsource that kind of information, that's a very good use for this technology that's going to be on everybody anyways, right?
Apple, you're doing good things.
Then they announced that their new Apple Watch, the Series 5 Apple Watch. We'll just have this go time. Oh. They are the Apple Watch Gen 5 series. That's going to have an always-on display instead of the usual watches. They have been turning off the display to save battery. But now with the always-on display, they also still promise that it's going to have an 18-hour battery life.
Is it gonna do the thing where the pixels aren't lit up?
So it's not an OLED.
Huh.
What they said that they're doing is they're using this low temp dynamic display and light sensor. it's essentially what it's going to do is it's going to be using sensors to figure out the refresh rate of the watch. So if it senses that it's not being like it's not in the adequate like you're looking at it kind of thing, then it still will have the display and you can see the time even if you're looking at it from a different angle or something like that. But the refresh rate just will be really low, so that you don't need like it's not wasting extra energy.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I thought that's a good way to go around it, because OLED are the only panels that can do that system where it just turns off pixels, but I don't know if they can make those small enough at this moment. They are flexible though, because you can OLEDs are bendable displays, so you can work that way, but I don't know if you can make it that small still. The always on display that they're adding a compass, fall detection. There's going to be better emergency detection, international calling for emergency numbers added. They also say it's going to be 100% recycled aluminum, and there's going to be a new titanium model and a ceramic model. There's also going to be a stainless steel model for like this fashion brand. I'm not exactly sure. Standard GPS model is $399, and the cellular model is $499, and they're coming out in September 20th. And then they also said that the Series 3 models are actually going to drop down to $199. So they're going to still be outputting them, but just if you want a cheaper model, you can get the Series 3 version.